Well, good morning my YouTube friends, it's Margaret here from M.E.s Orchids, and I thought I'd just bring you back today just to show you how I fertilise my orchids, and also I need to just check the Cymbidium orchid as well. But what I've done first of all, this is how I water these two troughs here, and this is how I water, when I soak my orchids, the ones in pots, the ones in the baskets, and sometimes I throw the mounts in. So this one here, if I switch on now, that's nil, and then I put it in, and if we look at this now, let's have a look for you whether it'll show you. Let me just put it in, hold it a minute. Okay. That's just 83. And that's just with calcium and Epsom salts. And what do I mean by calcium? It's just ordinary calcium nitrate, and the Epsom salts is just Epsom salts. So I'll just do this one now here, and we'll go again, and we're on, oh sorry, I'll have to just clear that, we're on 0 now, and I'll put it in here, and this one's slightly higher, and I'll put it on hold, and you'll see that one is 123. Okay, so that means now I can put a little bit extra NPK in here, and I can put just a tiny amount of NPK in there, because I'm trying to really, I suppose in that far one, I don't have to do any, I don't have to really put any NPK, but I'll just put a tiny amount in both. So let's take the old off, and that's it. I'll just switch it off for a minute, and I always check my pH and the TDS every time I, excuse me, every time I feed the orchids. Now, this is the fertiliser that I use, and so a teaspoon here, but I don't go by a teaspoon, because sometimes I put far, you can put far too much in, so better to put little. See, that's too much. See that? Can you see? A little tiny, that actually it was probably too much, so I've just taken a little bit off and just put that in, and we'll do the same over there. And then what I'll have to do then, that's too much, I'll just check the TDS now, just hold on. So we start at 0, that's only brought that up to 85. I'll show you. Oh no, it's gone up. Oh, it's going up again. 80, that's only gone up to 85, so I can put a little bit more in there. Just a spot more in there. Let's have another look. We're on 0 again now, and let's have a look. That's only gone up to 97. 95, 96, 97. So again, I'll just put a little drop more in and see whether this one will do this one. So we're back to 0 again. Let's put it in. We're near enough. 96, So that's not too bad. And if we go on to this other one, that's only 125. That doesn't look as though it's had any effect at all. So I'm going to put a little extra in there. And then what I'm going to do after is, I'm not going to put any more in. I have this little measure here, and I'll just take a small measure out of this one, because this is going to be the one with the higher TDS. Let's just check it again now. That's still low. It's only 131. But it's the pH that I'm after. And then what I usually do now, I'm just off camera here, is just bear with me a minute. So this is my pH reader, and what I usually do is just switch it on and put it in there, and I'll leave that there for about 10 minutes, something like that. So while I'm doing that now, and before I take it up to put some of the orchids in, I'll just check the Cymbidium with you now. So again, just bear with me. So here's that Cymbidium, and this morning I've also noticed we've got another new growth coming there. Now the only reason I'm wanting to just check this is I need to remove this bit of a rot here that's going on here, bit of a dieback, and so we've got that new growth, we've got that one coming, we've got that one there, and we've got this original big one here. And I thought, well, it's a good time just to check now that everything's fine. So, are you in camera? Let's have a look for you. There we go. That's the first sign. That's the first sign. Now you can see here that I've still got a little bit of root dieback. I think one of the problems when it's in one of these big deep pots is you're never too sure. You're never too sure when you're watering it too much. Now I've got this pot here, which is not as deep as that, and I'm just wondering whether that might be better. What we'll have to do first of all is just check these roots here, these mushy ones, and get rid of these mushy ones. They're no good. That's a mushy one, can you see? Let's get rid of that one down there. Oh dear. Oof, that's mushy, that's squirted everywhere. This one here. Well, they're no good, you see. There. The end wants just trimming back a bit, this end here. Just trim that back a bit. And then that's gone mushy. So let's, it's mushy right to there, so I'm going to take this back. There's a slight break there, and I think that's what I need to do, take it back to that break there. See that one? That one's mushy all the way. Goodness gracious. But if I don't get rid of them now, I'm going to be harbouring dead roots in my pot, and really, come the nicer weather, I don't want this Cymbidium growing on with damaged roots. Let's see if I can get rid of that one. that one's still soft. Can you see that one there? So I'm going to take that back a bit. You see, back to something that's alive. And then, oh, that's another. You see, now that one, even though that one sent 2 growing tips out, this one is actually rotten. So that one's rotten. Let's take that back out as well. That one, maybe the tip's just a bit rotten. Back to a green bit. And then let's have a look around here. Just the tip of that one. I mean, cymbidiums do like to be tight in their pots. But I don't want to put it in a smaller pot. Let me have a look now. Sorry, I'm just out of camera. That one's dead there. That one, where that? This one here. That one's going back a bit. Okay, let's have a look now. See, that's the deeper one. And this one, of course, is still too big really. But there again, I don't know whether I've got one that's even smaller. Because if I put that in here, let me just go and see if I've got a smaller one in the garage. If you bear with me. Well, I'm back and I've found this one. I think this is one that I've had the frags in before I moved it into the clearer pot. So let me just make sure this is clean. It's just been in the garage. So, and the cloth I'm using, I've bleached the worktops and this tray this morning. Right, so let me just show you now. And let's take this off. Just leave that on for a minute. Now put that over there. And let's just have a look. Can you see what I mean? This here. This leaf here, and it's dying back. So let's just wipe these scissors so we don't get any cross-contamination. And I want to just take this back just to see what's underneath this bulb here. Jens did this the other day with his one of his cymbidiums, and you just need to clear any potential rotting of your bulbs if you can. And there we go. There we go, just tie that, pull it back. See, I've got to be careful because I don't want to pull that other one back and damage that new growth there. And I've got to be careful here also because I've got that growing root there, which is the first signs that it's going to recover. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. I mean, really, these other, these bulbs here, they're not going to survive, in the sense that I'm just going to leave them on just to give, so they just give support to the to these new growths. That's what I'm wanting them for. And you see, you've got this one here also, which is rotting back. And let's see, what does this harbour? Anything underneath? Let's have a look. nothing too sinister. I think it's just where the where it suffered with the spider mite. Let's take this down in there. Just clean that up. And a little bit of damage there, can you see on that new growth? Let's take that bit back off there. And we're ready to pot up then now. Right, so this is just a lot smaller. So what I'm going to do, some of this large bark, I'm going to put the drier bark, I'm going to put at the bottom. There we go. Okay. And let's see if we can put this new growth in here so it's not actually... Now where's that other new growth? That new growth's coming out there. So they're coming all the way round. Okay, now just very, very gently, just because I can see it from here and you can't, I've just placed that new growing tip down there, and I'm just going to gently put some of this bark in there. We've got a glorious day here after several days of very wet weather. Peace out in the garden now. Oh, I don't know, that's too high. See what I mean about these being too high? So let's see if we can get it lower. But at first you don't succeed. You have to keep trying and get it to go down there. And there we go again. Watching those two growing tips down there. Right. Okay. Now is that going to fare any better? I don't want it to sit too proud. There we go. And I want those roots to be down there now to not get overly wet. It's not going outside yet. Can't afford to put it outside yet. It's still in recovery. And, let's have a look. As long as it's got enough room for some of those new growing tips to send out roots. There we go. I should be alright. I hope you're in camera then, I do apologise. And then this, because this now is in a lot smaller pot, I'm much happier about that, because apparently they do like to be tight inside their pots. Do. I'm really not wanting to press too hard in case those two nice new growing tips get snapped off with my pressure. Okay, now let's just see. I think that's going to do. If I wipe my hands now. Here we go. Right, so there's one growing tip. There's the other. There's the other. Those bulbs look better. I mean, eventually, because this leaf's bent, this one will come off here, this one. But while it's still got some green on it, I'm going to leave it on, and then eventually it will just die back naturally, and I shall be able to pull that off. But I think that's going to be better now. So you bear with me a minute. So I just thought I'd bring you outside here now and show you that all this area is now potted up, finished. Keith's walking about. See if I can catch him on camera. There we go. It's quite chilly here. But look, we've got actual rosebuds there, all over here, beautiful rosebuds. Got the marsh marigold flowers out there. So, some in my own shadow. And there's Keith walking past. So all the aces are out. Oh, look what he's doing. He's potting up. What are these called? Cypress ferns, I think. Either side here. And this viburnum. You remember it a few months ago when it was all tight? Look at those buds. They're all getting ready to come out. So I wander around here. Get out of my own shadow, and these are those like parrot type tulips, and these are going to be, look as though they're going to be very, very dark purpley pink. So I'll just give you a quick overview there. We've got a lovely day here. Excuse the gravel, or the granite, whatever we call it, underneath my feet. Some lovely, lovely spring flowers. Some magnolia buds there, going to open soon. And I'll take you over here. These are some more tulips yet to open. And some more of the daffs still to open, but some are dying back now. We're in the flight path from Manchester Airport, so you can hear a lot of planes today. I mean, we just get used to it. We don't actually hear the planes going over. And if I bring you out this way, this is that beautiful tree peony. You can't believe, can you? Just a week. Is it maybe just a week since I've filmed outside? And look what a week can do. It's absolutely lovely. And actually here now, where I am now, this faces south, so this is quite warm. There, you see? Nice tulip out. And we've got the cherry blossom out there. And this is this front bed. There's a little prunus there, a little cherry, very, very tiny one. the little magnolia, and this one here is the standard lilac. Sorry about that, there we go again. Everything's bursting into life. Look at that one. This is lovely at the front. It's lovely and warm. So, see if I can catch Keith without him realising we're on camera. Got the table out. When you put the two chairs out, we're not expecting visitors today. And of course we've come north now, into the north side, so it's quite cool here. Some of the auriculas are out. That one. And that's one of the auriculas as well. That's a beautiful one, that is. That's on the side, so I've just come round the side again. And so I've just rushed inside just to bring you back to have a look at the orchids, and it's 69% humidity, 23.4 C the temperature, and I've just switched the fans off. So these are the ones directly facing the south window here, and there's that nice root on that angraecum, and the other one's bobbing through now. So I'm going to take my leave of you. I wanted to just show you this one first. Let me just show you. New root there. Excited about that one, and that is Vanda Peaches. So all these Vandaceous ones are coming on a treat now. There's the, I'll bring this one over here. This is due to be watered. Can I just get it in before the camera turns itself off? And that's the Dendrobium crassium. So from me to you, thank you for joining me. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye now.